Hello. Today I'm going to talk about pranayama. Pranayama is one of the 8 limbs of yoga, and it focuses on breath work. Breath work is one of the most, if not the most important parts of yoga and life in general. So sometimes we may take the breath for granted because it's something that happens so naturally. But when we become conscious of it and try to control our breath, to work through different breathing techniques, it is so beneficial to the body and the mind. And in yoga, you use your breath to go through the motions, go through the postures. You use your breath to breathe into postures. And it's just a great thing to be aware of. And if you notice sometimes, when we're stressed out or if something happens, sometimes you may hold your breath when really what we should be doing is breathing into the situation. So I think that's where the term, the quote comes from, when people say just to take a breath, just relax, take a breath. That goes with meaning, because when you consciously breathe, you're sending oxygen. Actually, you're balancing your CO2 and your oxygen levels, which allows you to think clearer. And so it's really, really great to focus on. So I decided to film this outside next to the trees because breathing techniques are great outside. Obviously, we have oxygen everywhere, but even breathing inside and doing these exercises is fine as well. I'm going to talk about 2 breath exercises. One is Ujjayi Breathing, which is victorious breath, and the other one is called Dirga Pranayama. So, Dergah Pranayama is also called 3-part breath. This type of breathing relaxes you. It helps you to remain concentrated and in the present moment. It's a great breathing technique to do when you want to relax or just any time of day. And if you'd like to still your mind and to truly be present. And also when you're focusing on your breathing and that's the only thing you're focusing on, it's a nice meditation technique. Okay? So for Dirga Pranayama, you're going to inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. And now, when you inhale, you feel your belly rising. So first, take a few breaths like that and just feel your belly expand. And come back down. So with the inhale, belly expands. With an exhale, contracts. Okay, now bring your awareness to your ribs. Okay, so with an inhale, you feel your ribs expand. And with an exhale, they contract. Okay? And then your chest. So with an inhale, feel your chest expand. And with an exhale, feel it contract. So now we're going to do an ocean-like movement. So with an inhale, you feel belly, ribs, then chest fill with air. And with an exhale, you go back down, chest, ribs, belly. Okay? So inhale, belly, ribs, chest. And exhale, chest, ribs, belly. So you could do that lying down, sitting up, standing up, but probably better off sitting or laying down since it's very relaxing. And that activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which calms you down, relaxes you, allows you to think clearly. It's good if you have a decision to make, if you just want to meditate. There's a lot that it's great for. And the reason why we breathe through our nose is because your nose keeps impurities out. It acts as a filter. So yeah, sometimes you may breathe through your mouth, but it's actually most beneficial to breathe through your nose. So just be conscious of that, especially when inhaling. But it does, you can also exhale through the mouth. So if you want to just clear your system. Okay, so another breathing technique is called Ujjayi Breathing, which is victorious breath. And this is really popular in yoga. It's really great, and it keeps you present as well, like the last. And it's also good when you're in difficult postures to breathe into it. It's very audible, so when you're breathing that way, you could inspire the person next to you to be aware of their breath, because throughout your practice in yoga, you want to make sure that your movements are going with your breath, make sure that you're always breathing, not holding your breath, and so the Ujjayi breath is a good one to focus on. So for Ujjayi breath, you're going to feel your breath in the back of your throat. Okay, so first, imagine as though you're fogging up a mirror. You can keep your hand in front of you if you'd like so you could feel it. And now close your mouth and begin to do that with your mouth closed, so that as though you have a mirror in the back of your throat that you're attempting to fog. So it sounds like the ocean. Some people like to say it sounds like Darth Vader. Should sound like that or similar. It could be quiet or loud. It depends on how your breath works. But even if it's not very loud, as long as you feel it in the back of your throat, you're doing it correctly. So you want your breath to flow fluidly. As you're doing that. So it's not strained, you're conscious of it, but then it begins to just flow through your practice. So that is Ujjayi breath. And then there's one more. I thought I was going to teach you 2 breathing techniques, but I can't leave out this really important one. There's one type of breath, pranayama, that's called alternate nostril breathing. This balances both hemispheres of the brain, which is very cool, and it also activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so for this one, you're going to use your thumb over your right nostril, and then your ring and your pinky over your left. Okay, if it's easier, you could put your pointer and your middle finger and rest it on your head, or just keep it like this. Okay, so for alternate nostril breathing, first breathe in through your nose. Hey, I'm doing. So you first breathe in through your nose. And now with an inhale, cover your right nostril with your right nostril with your thumb, and then exhale out of your left nostril. Then inhale through your left nostril, cover your left nostril, and exhale through your right. So it's exhale, inhale, pause, exhale. Inhale, pause, cover your left nostril, exhale through the right. Inhale, cover your right nostril, exhale out of your left, inhale, and then close that. So it's just back and forth. On that you can do sitting. That one's actually most comfortable sitting. So now I also have a quote about breathing that I really liked, so I want to share it with you. We live in an ocean of air, like fish in a body of water. By our breathing, we are attuned to our atmosphere. If we inhibit our breathing, we isolate ourselves from the medium in which we exist. In all Oriental and mystic philosophies, the breath holds the secret to the highest bliss. Okay, so those are a few pranayama techniques. Pranayama is translated as breath control. So go ahead and try these techniques whenever you feel up to it, and see if the Ujjayi breathing helps you during your yoga practice. Thank you. See you later.